So we have 4 cases for this WBC chapter. So we have the case 1 is a 50-year-old carpenter that has been exposed to rain and sunlight during the rainy season. While working, he developed cough, fever, and body malaise. The WBC count is high. It's 15,000 per liter. Chest x-ray revealed pneumonia. Now, for this case, you will encounter this when you reach your internship. What do you think is the importance of white blood cell in the interpretation of diseases? Anybody? Anybody? I know you know the answer. You're just ashamed to voice out. Anybody? Naku, wala akong listahan dito. What
Doc,
is?
to,
Yes,
to
yes.
check po if there's a possible, kung nagre-respond po yung patient sa, tawag dito, infectious or inflammatory na process po.
Myra, take note of those who are answering ha, because wala akong lapis at papel dito. Myra, do you hear me? Myra? So,
Yes po, ma'am.
you take note of those who are answering the questions, ha?
Okay po.
Okay. So, yeah, you're right. To see if the patient is responding to the presence of an infectious agent. That's the reason why it is high. So, it's some sort of nagkonsulta, may lagnat, inisipon. Tignan nga natin ang WBC count. So, that is to check. You know, the normal is up to 10. And tingnan nyo ngayon kung mas mataas kesa doon. The next question is, yes, nasabi ko na, what is the normal number of WBC? It is 5 to 10 times 10 to the 9th power, or 10,000 per cubic millimeter. That is the normal. You should know that. That's very standard. That should be a second knowledge for you that you should always remember. What is the most common increase in WBC? So anybody? You answer, it's very easy. What's the most common?
Doc, usually
Ano
ano po,
nakakapag-trigger ng increase ng WBC?
increase the WBC
Usually?
usually means infection po. Existing sa patient po.
Yeah, it means there is an existing infection. Usually, what kind of an infection? Bacterial, viral, fungal?
Usually, Doc, depending po sa what type of WBC increases. Pero usually
Yes, okay.
bacterial po.
Usually bacterial. Yes. So you would just look at the differential count. Pag mataas ang neutrophil, most probably it's bacterial. Pag mataas ang lymphocyte, it's usually lymphocytic. What is, from the information given, what would be your impression of the case? What would be your thoughts if you're the intern who was the first to examine the case? Anybody? What will come into your mind with this case? What could this patient be having with a history of exposure to inclement weather? And there is the history of elevated leukemia, elevated white blood cell. Ano isipin nyo? Ako third year na kayo ha? Malapit na kayo mag-intern na sa April. What will be your thoughts pag ito yung pasyenteng pumunta sa inyo? Anybody? This is supposed to be a test of your knowledge, whether you appreciate it, whether you're ready for your clerkship on April. Anybody? Do you think this patient is having an infection or not? Ay, ako hindi aandar hanggat hindi kayo nagsasalita. Maski hindi natin matapos yung yung mga kaso, I need you to say something. Anybody? What do you think? Is the patient having an infection or none? With an elevated WBC and with that kind of history. Anybody? Ano yata ako Can you still hear me, Myra?
Yes, ma'am.
O ibig sabihin talaga hindi sila sumasagot. Talagang walang nagre-recite. Kala ko tuloy naghang. Ako, nawala yata ako ng Nawala yata ako ng... Hello, Myra? You're
Yes,
still
ma'am.
So, hindi ako nawawala. Silang nawawala.
Walang sumasagot talaga, ma'am.
Hindi rin ako sasagot. This is supposed to be a plenary. Somebody should answer. Maski hindi natin matapos ito hanggang alas 11, I will not go on until you answer. Or what do you think the patient is having? Does the patient have an infection or not?
Dok, sa current case po na case 2, mukha po siya may malignancy po.
No, case 1 pa. Case 2 na ba tayo, Myla? Myla?
Ma'am,
Myra? Case 2 na ba tayo? Di ba case 1 pa lang tayo?
ba't nalipat? Wait po, ma'am.
We're still in case 1 with a high WBC, with fever. What do you think is the patient having? Andiyan pa lang tayo sa case 1. Ba't bigla lumipat sa case 2? Myra, Myra, pakitingnan, tingnan lang ha. I cannot control it.
Opo, ma'am.
Oo, yan. Diyan sa case 1 pa lang. What do you think is the patient having? Does he has an infection or none?
May infection po, Dok.
Okay. Please, somebody had to answer. Okay, we now go to the second case. It's to Myra. 22-year-old man presents with a 3-year history of an elevated leukocyte. So, mataas ang WBC niya for the last 3 years. There is a history of fatigue and anemia. He has received 2 RBC transfusion in the past few months, maybe because of the anemia. His past medical history includes a coronary artery disease, meaning to say there is something wrong with his coronary artery, and he has hypertension, high blood pressure. His physical examination is unremarkable. The patient's WBC count is 75,000. So that's more than normal. The normal is up to 10,000 only. Hemoglobin is 9.3 grams per deciliter. That is low. For a male, it should be 13 to 15 grams per deciliter. 71,000 also. The normal is 150 to 300,000. With a WBC differential of including 90% neutrophils. So the neutrophil is high. 90% of which is lymphocyte, 15% is monocyte, and 6% eosinophil. So you have here an elderly male complaining of fatigue, anemia, and he has received red blood cell transfusion for the past months. What? Oh, okay, we said the WBC count is high. 75,000. And okay, now I ask you, well, differential count of the patient, the neutrophil, the lymphocyte, the monocyte, if ever it's given. Anybody can answer. Anybody, ano ba? What do you think of the case? What's the normal neutrophil count in a differential?
60 to 70 po, Doc.
Okay, uh, uh, usually it's 60. The count is 71,000. 71 nga ba? What do you comment on that? Is it on the high side? Yeah, it's 71,800.
Below po, Doc.
Teka, sandali. Platelet count is below. The neutrophil is 90, ilang percent? 60% neutrophil. So I'm asking you to comment on the differential count. What would you say of a 60% neutrophil? With normal range?
Within normal pa naman.
And lymphocyte of 19 within normal also. And 15% monocyte. A comment with the other WBC.
Doc, for monocyte po, increase po siya kasi usually 2 to 11% lang po yung sa monocyte.
So you think it is also increased. Okay. From the information given, what do you think is the case? Give your impression. Think of yourself as a clerk. You are at the outpatient department already, and this was given to you. What will be your thoughts? We are now preparing you, your analytical thinking, when you are already in the ward. Ilang buwan na lang yan, ano? 2, 3 buwan na lang, ganyan na. What do you think? Anybody can answer.
Doc, since may history po siya no elevated na leukocyte count and fatigue and anemia, first po na papasok po sa isip ko is may possible na malignancy na nangyayari
What
po sa
kind
patient.
of, what kind of malignancy?
Doc, possibly po na leukemia since yung WBC niya po is 5 times higher than the upper limit.
Okay. Yes, it's possibly a one of those lymphoproliferative disease, most probably leukemia. And what other things in the history would make you think there is a leukemia? Yung mga blood parameter na binigay. Meron bang mababa? Meron bang mataas? Could you tie it up with a possibility of a leukemia? What else? These are basic yes.
The WBC po is markedly elevated since 71,000 po yung, sorry, ilan ba yung W?
Or what else? The one who answered. How can do you think the platelet is compatible with the leukemia? That kind of a platelet count? What is the platelet usually in a patient with leukemia? This you will encounter when you are in the clinic already. Always look at the platelet of a patient with leukemia. So, okay. Alam ko may mga cellphone kayo Google nyo na. What is the platelet count usually in a patient with leukemia? High or low?
Low po, Doc.
Low. So, what is the platelet count of this patient?
71,000 po.
So, that's low. So, given all of these things, yung iba naman dyan sumagot kayo Given all of these things, what do you think? Are you, would you have a working impression that this is leukemia? Agree or disagree? Anybody, ano ba naman kayo? Kung nahihirapan kayo, mas nahihirapan ako sa pag-monitor sa inyo. This is a basic knowledge. Basic lang ito pag nagpunta kayo sa ward. Maybe I could give a feedback sa taas na I think they're not ready yet. So what do you think? From the information, are you agreeable with an impression that this patient might have leukemia?
Yes po, Doc. Since baka po nag-overcrowd din po yung mga WBC, so nagmumukha pong mababa yung mga other parameters like yung platelet and yung RBC po.
Okay, you are partly correct. Hindi lang relatively nagmumukha. Nai-impede ang development ng ibang cellular element of the blood dahil naka-crowd in ng WBC, your abnormal WBC. Kumbaga, dumadami sila, tapos yung ibang blood element, hindi na maka-produce. I hope you get that thing. May I comment, no? I'm quite disappointed because there's only one person who answers. It's supposed to be a class participation, no? Well, anyway, I couldn't do anything if you do not want to participate. Okay, so we go to case 3. This is a 29-year-old man who complained of pain on swallowing. Physical exam revealed white spots on his right tonsil. So siguro naman lahat kayo nakakita niya ng ganyan na white spots on the tonsil dun sa mga masakit ang akin lalamunan pag lunok. And it is one of the things that you will do in your physical examination. Please open your mouth. I would like to see your tonsils. And this is what you saw, white spots. He was initially given antibiotic, thinking it is a streptococcal infection. The usual cause of tonsillitis is streptococcal infection. WBC result is 10,800. So you could say it is elevated. The differential count is within normal. We could say that within a range of normal. And the significant thing here is there is the presence of atypical lymphocyte. Now, from your knowledge in second year and in third year, it is important that there is the presence of atypical lymphocyte is noted. It has an impact on your impression. Okay, may I have the next slide, Myra? Anybody? What are the abnormal findings noted in this case?
Doc, bale po, increase po yung WBC niya and mataas din po yung lymphocyte niya, meaning may viral infection po siya. Also, sa PE po nakita may white spot siya. And on histology, nakita po yung presence of atypical lymphocyte.
Yeah, that is CBC lang yan, Iha. On the peripheral smear, nakita na yung presence ng atypical lymphocyte. Yun yung litrato kanina. If you will appreciate, that is how an atypical lymphocyte would look like. Yan, yung nasa itaas, yung dalawang parang pahaba, and then it was on a higher magnification. That is an atypical lymphocyte. Next question. What is an atypical lymphocyte? Alam nyo, ang problema nyo, alam ko lahat kayo may cellphone eh. Mag-google kayo, masasagot nyo yan. I just don't know why you cannot participate. Myra, present ba sila lahat? Myra,
Hindi, ma'am. 182 lang yung ano nyo. Yung
182. Dapat ilan sila?
400 plus, ma'am.
Oh, I think this has to be reported sa Dean's office. I don't think we can have this kind of activity if they are not interested. Na-record mo ba kung sino yung mga present?
Hindi ko ma-screenshot, ma'am. Nag-i-screen share kasi ako eh.
Wag silang aalis pagkatapos para ma-screenshot mo.
Apo.
Okay? Oh, what is an atypical lymphocyte? Anybody?
Doc, usually po yung mga blast cells po, like yung mga may scanty na cytoplasm po.
It is the morphology is correct, but it is not a blast cell. A blast cell is usually noted in malignancy, but this atypical lymphocyte is not a blast cell. It speaks of a certain kind of the disease that when you see, it should alert you of the presence, of its presence.
Doc, yung atypical lymphocytes po, they're slightly enlarged lymphocytes that are reactive, and
Yes,
they often
reactive.
indicate an active immune response to, let's say, viral infections. So it correlates to the answer in number 1, wherein there are elevated lymphocytes and relatively yung neutrophil count niya rin po kasi medyo mababa, so it likely rules out the possibility of a bacterial infection, favoring viral po of etiology.
Yes, viral. And usually you see this in what disease? You've learned this in pathology, second year. In what kind of disease viral infectious disease, would you see atypical lymphocyte?
Doc, EBV po?
Epstein-Barr virus,
Yes po. Or cytomegalo.
cytomegalo, what else? More common than those two. Ano sabi ni Google?
Hepatitis po, Doc.
Ha? Ano na? Hepatitis? No, it's not.
Doc,
Hepati-
COVID?
No. The other two that you said it could be seen, but it's mostly noted in what disease? Ano sabi ni Google? This is a usual question in the exam. Where do you use, the question goes like this. In a case with a high WBC count and finding of atypical lymphocyte in a background of normal looking WBC, what would be the most possible impression that you could make? And you will be given choices. Okay.
HIV po, Doc.
Infectious mononucleosis. I-google nyo, infectious mononucleosis. And then you read to me what will be the findings in infectious mononucleosis in accordance with your Google Notes. Okay. What is infectious mononucleosis? Anybody?
Doc, according po sa na-search ko po, infectious mononucleosis is a contagious viral illness caused by Epstein-Barr virus po.
Yeah, EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, yes. And what is the finding? Would you see atypical lymphocytes?
Yes po, pero yung nakalagay rin po dito is yung more clinical manifestations of severe throat, fever, swollen lymph nodes, and fatigue po.
Yes. If you try to palpate the lymph nodes, the cervical lymph nodes of these patients, it will be enlarged. You would see lymphadenopathy, cervical lymphadenopathy. But the most critical, or the one that will give you a possible explanation of what you have is the presence of your atypical lymphocyte. Okay, I hope you remember that. Epstein-Barr virus, infectious mononucleosis. Somebody answered a while ago about that. Myra, please take note of the people who are participating. I will submit those lists to the Office of the Dean just to see whether, do you think this kind of activity would be productive with only a few answering, and attendance is just 1/3 of the class? Definitely, I will submit your attendance to the Office of the Dean, because I don't think this will be, we might as well make this a voluntary thing rather than put it in the schedule that there is this question and answer thing at the end. Just make it a voluntary thing, that it will be given a place in the schedule. Okay, maybe we have the last, I think this is the last, Myra. This is a 4-year-old boy seen at a children's hospital for fever, nausea, intermittent vomiting, anorexia, and diarrhea. The pediatrician ordered a complete blood count and an ova and parasite stool examination. You would see the ova noted at the stool examination. So those are the features noted. And the WBC count is 11,000, higher than usual. And the differential count is 50, 40, 10 eosinophil. May we have the first question, Myra? By the way, this meeting is being recorded. Kaya I will submit the recording to the Office of the Dean also for him to assess whether this activity could still be given to the subsequently. First question, anybody can answer. Please comment on the WBC count. Please state your name when you answer.
Doc, Fabros Paulo po. Medyo elevated po yung WBC. Then, yung eosinophils po markedly elevated po.
Okay. How about anybody on the diff count?
Doc Castillo Angelo po.
Castillo Angelo.
Increase po yung lymphocytes and yung eosinophil pero eosinophil po significantly increased po which further points to a parasitic infection po, Doc.
Okay. Okay, anybody, discuss your impression. Anybody?
Doc
Yes.
Mendoza Roxanne po.
Mendoza Roxanne.
Bali, given po sa symptoms ni patient and also the WBC count and yung sa ONP examination niya po, yung OVA po kasi is most likely po sa Ascaris lumbricoides OVA po.
Yes. Yeah, the
So,
features of Ascaris.
Ascariasis po ang impression ko po given all the findings po.
Okay. There's another question that I would ask, no? It's an OVA. So, tapos na kayo ng parasitology, no? Pag na-ingest nyo yan, there will be larval release in your gastrointestinal tract? Anybody can answer. Kasi, pwedeng partake nyo yan while you are eating. Nandiyan, nakabudbud yung ova sa pagkain nyo. You took the food with the ova. What happens when it reach your colon?
Doc, so pwede,
Anybody?
Doc, San Juan po. So,
San Juan, yes.
when you ingest yung eggs, so the larva can hatch and penetrate into the intestinal mucosa. So it could affect neighboring structures like the liver. And noted din po sa Ascaris is the mechanism of larval migration to the lungs. That's why you also see other manifestations that aren't just limited to the gastrointestinal tract. So, pwede po kayo magkaroon ng Loeffler syndrome. Kaya,
Yes.
because nag-travel nga po siya sa lungs that can cause, let's say, cough or other pulmonary symptoms po.
Yes, very good. That is a common question in the exam. What organ is involved in cases of your ascariasis? Usually the lungs. It's the Loeffler's syndrome or the Loeffler's pneumonia. And in these cases, when there is tissue migration of the parasite, that is where you see the eosinophil to be very, very high. Pagdating nyo sa clinics, magtataka kayo, ang report sasabihin, numerous ova noted. Pero pagtingin nyo sa eosinophil, sometimes it's normal. Sometimes it's elevated. So how would you be able to explain that? Anybody? You've learned that in second year. Anybody can answer.
Doc, Punsalan.
Punsalan, yes.
Doc, from my memory po, the reason why we have eosinophils po that are increased in parasitic infections kasi sila po yung cells po na specialized to deal with parasites. So in comparison, yung neutrophils po sa bacterial, ang eosinophils po is main roles for parasitic infections po.
Okay, you are right that parasite can cause an increase in eosinophil, but there is this one particular thing about eosinophil when there is larval migration.
Doc, try ko po. San Juan po ulit. So, from what I remember, kaya po nagkakaroon ng eosinophilic increase kasi parang yung migration din po niya, it causes an immune response. So, para po siyang, parang I likened it po, I'm not sure if it's correct, but I likened it to like an allergic reaction. And oftentimes, yung eosinophils po, we see it in cases when our body is hypersensitive to pathogens such as, let's say, the presence of yung Ascaris nga po na
Yes.
nag-migrate.
Yes, you're right. When you were in second year parasitology, you learned the parasite known as unadaptive worms, wherein they're not supposed to be in a tissue where they're supposed to their environmental area. Kanya, it incites a very high eosinophil count when there is tissue infiltration. So, don't think na bakit ganon? Ang taas, ang dami-daming Ascaris egg. Pero ang eosinophil 1%, 2%. Sasabihin nyo, ay hindi compatible sa sa dami ng ova. It is because maybe there is no larval migration yet. Puro ova lang. So there is not that much eosinophilic stimulation. Just what Miss San Juan said, that the tissue infiltration would give more, there'll be a more stimulating thing for allergic reaction. So remember that, ha? That is also a common question. Larval migration or any parasitic tissue invasion would cause a very high eosinophil count. Myra, ilan na sila? Myra?
275.
Oh, tumaas na. Oh, let's go back to the first case. I would like to give chance to those who came in late. Sa case 1, oh, anybody can answer. What is the importance of white blood cell in a case like that we have case 1? I will not repeat the case because presumably you have read that. Anybody? Anybody amongst you? Para ma-submit ko mga pangalan nyo sa Dean's Office for those who participated. Because this will be submitted to the Dean's Office. Because I don't like the idea of having this kind of activity tapos handful lang ang nagpa-participate. I don't think it would be a good academic exercise.
Doc Casimiro po, number 1.
Oh, Casimiro. Okay. What is
WBC, okay po. What is the importance of white blood cells or leukocytes? So, WBCs po, sila po yung nagde-detect ng pathogens like bacteria na nagkakos ng pneumonia, dust, and then nagmamount po ng defenses via phagocytosis, antibody production, and inflammation po.
Okay, right. The presence of any foreign thing in your system would stimulate your immune. And there is such a thing as the first line of defense. The WBC would be increased, and you have also learned when neutrophil increase, when lymphocyte, when mononuclears increase. Okay, what is the normal WBC count? Anybody?
Doc, good morning po. Anya Dael. The normal range of WBCs is 4,500 to 11,000 white blood cells per microliter po.
So this patient has a count of 50,000.
15,000.
Oh, elevated?
Yes po, Doc, elevated.
Okay, if this is elevated, what do you think is the patient having? Mataas may lagnat.
Doc, the patient, sorry.
Yes, continue, Miss Dael. Miss Dael, okay.
Doc, I think the patient may have an infection po.
Okay, you might have an infection, but you're not too sure yet because there is no differential count yet. If it is a bacterial infection, bacterial pneumonia, what do you think would be the white blood cell to be increased? What among the WBC would be increased?
Hindi po, Doc. Chua Justin Brook po. If it
Yes.
was the bacterial origin po, the increased WBC would be neutrophils po. Since sila po yung parang first line of defense.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What about if it is a viral infection? What will be the population of WBC to be increased?
Dr. Dennis po. If it was viral po, it would be lymphocytes po.
Oh, it will be your lymphocyte. Okay, okay, we go to case 2. This is for the benefit of those who came in late. No, I shouldn't be doing this, but I want you to be heard in the office of the dean when I submit this audio. Okay, this case 2, we will not read it anymore. I presume you have read it before because it was uploaded last. Kailan mo in-upload ito, Myra? Myra? Myra, are you there? Kailan mo in-upload ito? Kailan mo in-upload? Ha?
Basta last week, ma'am, nung tinanong ko kayo.
O last week pa pala, o kaya dapat nabasa nyo na to. Okay. What's question, comment on the WBC count of this patient. Anybody?
Doc. Mansera, good morning.
Okay.
For this case po, the WBC is 75,000. So it's marked leukocytosis because as we have discussed a while ago, the normal WBC is just 4, 5 to 10 or 11 depending on the laboratory.
Okay. Can you comment on the peripheral diff count of the patient?
Okay. So for the diff count, so neutrophils po ni patient is 60. And that's within normal because as we have discussed a while ago, 60 to 70 po yung normal range for neutrophils. And then next is for lymphocytes. Lymphocytes 19. It's a bit decreased po since normal range is 20 to 25 pero it's not significant since it's just 19% po. And then for monocytes, 15. Normal is 3 to 8. So it's elevated po. And then for the eosinophils, 6%. Normal is 2 to 4. It's slightly above the normal po. So it's taken together, no, the labs po. It suggests parang what do you call this one? Myeloproliferative disorder po, Doc, as we have discussed a while ago.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anybody else who would like to be heard? To be heard by the office of the dean also when we submit definitely I will submit this activity. It says that this meeting is being recorded. Anybody for you to be heard that you were participating in this activity? Mayroon anong oras na? Baka wala akong relos eh. Baka lumalampas ako sa oras eh. Mayra?
10:48, ma'am.
O 10:48. We still have 5 minutes to go. Okay. Anybody who would like to give their thoughts of the case? I'm not in a hurry. We still have 5 minutes to go. Okay, we go to case 3. You might be able to, some of you might be able to. So this is a case 2 is a case. Yes?
Technically, vacant naman sa.
Ha? Who is that who commented? We want you to be heard? Yes? Okay, we go to the next. So this is a case of a lymphoproliferative disorder, most probably a leukemia. So what is what are the findings that would be suggestive of leukemia, a high WBC count, anemia, low platelet count. As in a while ago, somebody said the marrow, where this cellular blood component is produced, is being, there will be crowded by the increased WBC, so there will be less of the platelet and the red blood cell count that is being produced. That is usually. Kaya pagka kayo may kaso kayo ng leukemia, tapos ang taas ng platelet count, medyo mag-isip kayo, ba't ganon? Usually, ang mga leukemia, mababa ang platelet count. But ito ang taas. But there are some leukemia, you read on it, that may have a high platelet count, normal or even high. There's always an exception to the rule. As you learn in medicine, there is a never, an always, and never a never in history taking. Okay, we go to case 3. Anybody would like, kasi dumami lang kayo bandang huli, nasa case 3 na Siguro nagkabalitaan na sasubmit sa Office of the Dean. Huwag kayong alis pag natapos tayo dahil papakuha na natin ng litrato kay Myra ang kaso. Myra, let me know kung 11 o'clock na Wala akong relos dito
10:51 na, ma'am.
10:51 na. 10:51 do. Ilang minutes pa tayo? 10:51, 55. But we still have a number of minutes. Okay, case 3. Who would like to air his thoughts or her thoughts on case 3? Anybody? So let your presence be counted, not only for the attendance. What are the abnormal findings noted in this case? As I said, I will not call on you. You have to volunteer. Anybody?
Doc, for this case po, we have a
What's your name?
Arian co Arian.
Co-Arian. Okay, Miss Co-Arian.
We have a 29-year-old male who presents with symptoms that are pain on swallowing and white spots exudates on the right tonsils. He has relative lymphocytosis with a lymphocyte count of 62%, relative neutropenia with a neutrophil count of 38, which is slightly below the typical lower limit, and morphological abnormalities are present, which is the atypical lymphocytes. Atypical lymphocytes are these are T cells that have become enlarged and they are activated in response to an antigen, most commonly a viral infection. So the patient may have some type of viral infection going on.
Okay. Anybody else for the second question? Or you can add up to what Miss Ko said. That was good, Miss Ko. Anybody else? This is a common, as I mentioned a while ago, it's a common exam question. The finding of a typical lymphocyte in a history with a background history such as this. And when you reach your clerkship, I always say internship, your clerkship 4th year, you should remember this. You should be able to tie up the loose ends. In your under years, we gave you the basic. In 3rd year, with cases, we try to guide you in tying up the loose ends. When you are in 4th year, you do the tying of the loose ends and present it to your preceptors. Sige na, mag-practice na tayo ngayon. Hanggat wala pang tunay na pasyente. Theoretical patients pa lang tayo. Anybody? Ang tagal nyo naman ligawan, no?
Doc
Sige.
Reyes Karen po.
O, Reyes Karen.
The most likely diagnosis for this case po is infectious mononucleosis, as supported po by the findings earlier, the increased lymphocytes as well as the presence of abnormal at atypical lymphocytes. That's why, based on the case po, the antibiotic treatment that was initially given has no therapeutic benefit since infectious mononucleosis mainly has supportive treatment po.
Yes. You know that viruses are not treated by antibiotic. Bacteria is the one that can be targeted by your antibiotic. But virus, they come, they go. And as what Ms. Reyes said, it's mainly supportive treatment that we give to the patient. Pag may lagnat, bigyan mo ng antipyretic. And then, take a lot of fluid. Kasi pag may lagnat, madehydrate. That's why sometimes you give IV if the patient is hospitalized. Pero kung OPD, sabihin mo, inom lang siya ng maraming tubig. And then rest para, syempre, may lagnat, mataas na metabolic rate. Huwag mo na lang pagalawin ng para yung metabolism niya hindi mas tumaas. Okay, anybody else? What is an atypical lymphocyte? It was answered a while ago. Anybody? Wala pang alas 11, Myra? Myra, wala akong relos.
3 minutes na lang, ma'am.
Okay. One last minute. Tapos, pagkatapos nun, and na, Myra, huwag kayong aalis dahil kukunan ni Myra. Hindi po pwede yung wala kayong yung litrato lang, ha? Dapat kayo mismo. Kasi pag litrato lang, it is absent. So, show your face in the camera. Oh, wala nang sasagot?
Right, Doc.
Oh, yes.
Castillo Nicolay po.
Oh, Castillo Nicolay.
Okay, for the atypical lymphocytes po, there is a change in morphology po sa usual na lymphocyte morphology because there's a specific threat na nangyayari po sa body. Kaya po siya nag-iiba ng morphology to combat the more specific threat po. Like here in our case, yung infectious mononucleosis.
So, as what is noted in this case, you develop that atypical lymphocyte since it looks like it will further enhance the protectivity by targeting the organism. Okay, now open your camera. Pagka ang naariyan square lang at litrato lang, it means you're absent. Yung mukha nyo mismo. Okay, Myra, you ready? Myra?
Wait lang, ma'am.
Myra, yung yung recording na save naman, you save it, and then I will review it before I submit it to the office of the dean.
Yes, ma'am.
Sabi mo pag ready na, ha? Para i-open nila yung camera nila, ha? Ako, naka-open na rin ang camera ko.
Ready na po.
Okay, ready na. Ilang litratuhan yan?
12, ma'am.
O, 12. O, sige. Get set, go! Sabi mo, Myra, pagka tapos ka na, ha?
4 na frame.
4 na frame. So, ilan pa? 3 pa. 2 na lang.
Yung Luna po, walang ano.
Oh, you're absent. Basta wala yung mukha mo sa camera, absent ka. Unless you make your justification bakit baka sira ang camera mo,